Okay, today we are doing some of the craziest ways people have died.
It was made by Chill Dude Explains. I don't want to get sued, so I gotta say that.
Yep. And I'm Landon, if you guys don't know me, and this is
Oliver, if you
and
don't know me.
together we are
OwlGamer. Let's go, bro.
So,
Alright,
now-
we ready?
now I guess we're gonna start this off pretty strong.
Yeah, why not?
I guess let's
There's
do
a
this.
character with curly hair.
You guys can see that, obviously. You're not, guys are not blind.
Nah, I can't
Hopefully.
see
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay, so let's start it.
Let's get right into it. Number 10, the unbreakable window test.
What?
A lawyer named Gary Hoy worked in a Toronto skyscraper back in 1993. He had a weird party trick to impress new students at his law firm.
Jump out
His
the
trick
window?
was running full speed into the windows to
Oh
prove
my
how
God, he
unbreakable
actually
they
did.
were. He'd
Bro.
done this multiple times before without any issues. The windows were strong, designed to withstand serious impact. On this particular day, Gary decided it was showtime again. He backed up, got a running start, and slammed right into the window.
Bro.
The glass didn't break like he expected. Instead, the entire window frame popped out of the wall.
Whoa.
The glass
my
was
God.
unbreakable. But the frame couldn't handle a 160-pound lawyer repeatedly
Oh my
God.
slamming it.
That makes
Gary
sense.
and the unbreakable window took a
My
24-story
God.
plunge together. The window passed his test. It never broke, even after hitting the ground.
Yo.
Gary, unfortunately, was
Did not
significantly more
survive.
breakable than the window.
Yeah, you can
His
pause
law
that. Oh my God,
Bro.
bro. There's no chance he's surviving that.
Yeah,
Bro,
that
that was like,
bro, if he survived, that's a miracle, bro.
that was, bro.
It-
I bet he definitely broke his legs.
Oh no, his body's just fine. It's only a few bruises.
That's wild. I wonder how far that was. It's probably like,
He said like 22 stories or something.
that's like,
That's high, bro.
that's a long, bro. That's like a long drop.
Jeez, bro. I don't know how
Yeah.
people even do that. They're so.
And he's at a law firm too.
Oh
Which is
my
actually
God.
wild, bro.
Firm closed a few years later. The incident became famous and was featured on TV shows about bizarre deaths. Number 9, the lawyer who proved too much.
Oh my
In
God.
1871, a lawyer named Clement Vallandigham was defending a murder case in Ohio. His client was accused of shooting someone, but Clement's defense theory was the victim actually shot himself by accident
What?
while drawing his gun. He
Bro.
decided to demonstrate exactly how it happened. He grabbed
Bro.
what he thought was an unloaded pistol
Bro.
to show the jury how easy it would be to accidentally shoot yourself while pulling out your weapon.
He's
The
about to
gun
do
was
it.
loaded. When Clement pulled the trigger during his demonstration, he shot himself right in the abdomen.
Oh,
The
Bro.
lawyer trying to prove someone
Well, he's
could
dead.
accidentally shoot themselves accidentally shot himself.
Yeah.
Clement died about 12 hours later.
Bro,
His
that's so
dramatic
stupid.
demonstration actually worked.
You cannot
His
be more
client was
stupid,
found
bro.
not guilty
Hey,
after Clement's death.
It's not guilty.
Number 8,
Like,
the Flying
you're
Tailor's
playing.
Final Stitch.
What?
Paris, 1912. A crowd gathered at the Eiffel
Bro,
Tower watching a man
queso.
in a weird,
Okay,
bulky
queso's
suit
wild.
standing on the edge of the first platform. This was Franz Reichelt, a tailor who decided making pants wasn't exciting enough. Franz created a wearable parachute for pilots. He first tested it by dropping dummies from his 5th-floor apartment. When that sort of worked, his ego inflated.
Sort of.
Despite everyone
Sort of.
telling him not to jump off the Eiffel Tower, Franz was determined.
Bro.
So there he stood,
Can't make that
187
like huge
feet up,
jump.
wearing what
Yeah,
looked
that's a
like a
big jump,
Halloween
man.
costume designed by someone who's never seen a parachute. Cameras rolled. He spread his arms and stepped off the edge. His revolutionary
think he can
parachute
fly?
suit did exactly
Does he
nothing.
think his name
No, he has
didn't
a
open.
parachute,
It
but
didn't slow him down.
yeah.
It just made him look extra ridiculous during his 4-second fall to the ground. The crowd watched him create a human-shaped crater in the frozen
Oh.
ground below.
Oh my.
Number 7, the
Yeesh.
beard that killed. Imagine being so proud of your beard that you literally
beard
die
that
for
can
it.
kill.
That's what
Oh.
happened to Hans Steininger, the mayor of a small Austrian town
That's
called
definitely
Braunau am
Austria.
Inn back in the 1500s. This guy was elected mayor 6 times in a row.
I like my
Not
beard,
because of his
mate.
political skills. It was because of his magnificent beard that measured 4.5 feet long.
Jeez.
That's taller than most children.
Gandalf.
Hans usually kept his facial masterpiece neatly rolled up in a leather pouch to avoid tripping. But on September 28, 1567, a fire broke out in town. Hans
Bro.
rushed to help his people.
Oh, that's how it's gonna
Unfortunately,
get
in the
down.
chaos, he forgot to tuck his beard away. While running down some stairs, he stepped on his own facial hair.
Oh.
He tripped, fell, and snapped his neck.
Oh
killed
my-
by his own beard.
Oh my
After
God.
his death.
Bro.
Bro got killed by his own beard. Bro, he just fell completely down. Oh my God, that hurt.
Jeez, imagine your hair killed you. You grew your hair so long that you tripped on it on the stairs,
Exactly.
bro.
Your hair just killed you.
That's crazy.
Bro, I would be like, I don't know what I would say, bro.
God, I died to my beard.
Bro, he started laughing at you.
Bro would literally just
Bro
smirk.
start laughing at you. I'm not gonna lie.
You'd feel ashamed, but I mean, I would too.
They actually removed his beard before burial. It was passed down through generations.
Oh my God.
Today, You can visit a museum in his hometown and see the actual beard that murdered its owner.
That's
Number 6.
wild.
The Daredevil versus the Orange Peel. Bobby Leach was a
Orange
professional
peel?
daredevil. In
An orange peel.
1911, at 54 years old, he went over Niagara Falls in a custom steel barrel.
Okay.
The barrel smashed into rocks as it
Bro.
plummeted
6'7".
167 feet.
Okay, I don't.
Bobby survived,
Yeah.
but with serious injuries. Rescuers pulled him from the currents after 20 minutes. He became an instant celebrity, touring the world with his dented barrel. This man survived
God.
Niagara
How?
Falls. Then, in 1926,
Bro.
while
He
walking
died
down a
for
street in
banana
New
peel, I
Zealand,
swear.
he stepped on an orange peel.
Mhm.
The man who survived Niagara Falls slipped on fruit. He broke his leg.
Bro.
The break got infected with gangrene. Doctors amputated his leg, but Bobby died during the surgery. The
So-
daredevil who survived Niagara Falls.
So he survived Niagara Falls just to die to an orange peel.
That's actually embarrassing. So, I was able to do a tripwire over Niagara Falls, but I'm walking on the street, right? I slip on a banana peel and die.
That's how you. That's actually a
That's a
crazy way to go.
yeah. That's a crazy.
That's
way.
a crazy way to go.
I can, that's stupid crazy.
I don't think
dude.
I could do it like that, bro. That's like
That's like
eesh.
that's like I don't know the word for it, but that's just I don't know. Like-
That's just honestly wild.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. I could never.
Was
Insane
killed
to
by
die
an
to
orange
an
peel.
orange
Number
peel.
5, Hoarder's booby trap backfire. Langley Collier died in one of his own house traps in 1947. Langley and his brother Homer weren't your average New Yorkers. They were born into a wealthy family,
Lucky.
but decided to never
I wish
throw
I was
anything
around a wealthy
away.
family.
Their Manhattan brownstone was packed floor to ceiling with over 100 tons of junk, newspapers stacked to the ceiling, 14 pianos, thousands of books, and even a Model T Ford
Hand
inside
it
their
over.
house. But Langley wasn't just a hoarder. He was also convinced people were trying to break in and steal their imaginary fortune. Langley spent years creating booby traps throughout the house. Tripwires connected to avalanches of junk that would fall on any intruders. One day, while crawling through his own labyrinth to bring food to his blind, paralyzed brother,
Oh.
Langley triggered one of his own traps. A
Ah.
massive pile of newspapers and
Oh.
debris came crashing down, pinning him in place. He was crushed and
He di- bro, he
suffocated by
died-
his own
bro, he
paranoid
died.
Bro, is he
creation,
laughing?
just feet away from the
He
brother he
definitely
was
died on
trying to
impact.
feed. His
Yeah.
brother Homer, unable to move or see, slowly starved to death waiting
Oh,
for
yeah.
Langley to return. When police finally found them weeks later, they had to remove tons of garbage just to locate the bodies. Number
Jeez.
4. The man who laughed himself to death.
Oh,
Back
yeah,
in
you could do that.
1975,
You
a
definitely
British
could like
bricklayer
listen to
named
that.
Alex Mitchell was watching his favorite comedy show, The Goodies. The
The
episode Ecky
Goodies?
Thump was apparently side-splittingly funny. Alex started laughing and couldn't stop. He laughed continuously for 25 straight
God.
minutes. His heart couldn't handle the excitement and gave out. He literally died from laughter. His wife Nessie wrote a thank you letter to the stars of The Goodies, thanking them for making her husband's final moments enjoyable before
my
he died
God.
watching their
Oh my
show.
God.
Possibly the darkest thank you note in history.
That's insane.
Years later,
dude.
Actually, is insane.
Alex's granddaughter Lisa nearly died from a sudden cardiac arrest. Doctors diagnosed her with long
Cardiac?
QT syndrome, a rare heart condition where strong emotions can trigger fatal heart rhythms.
Oh yeah.
It
so,
turns
like,
out
heart
Alex
failure.
Yeah.
likely had this same genetic
I
heart
remember that from
condition.
the other video.
His heart's
Mhm.
electrical system short-circuited from all the laughter. Number 3. Death by falling turtle. Aeschylus was
Death
a famous
by
playwright
falling
in ancient
turtle.
Greece,
Nah.
basically the
I
Steven
don't believe that.
Spielberg of 455 BC. Then a turtle fell from the sky and crushed his skull.
How?
That's how
Yeah.
Aeschylus died. According to historical accounts, an eagle grabbed a turtle. Since turtle shells are hard to crack, eagles drop them onto rocks to break them open. This eagle spotted Aeschylus's shiny bald head,
Oh my
mistook it for a
God.
rock, and dropped the turtle,
Don't go
killing
bald,
the
kids.
father of tragedy. A man who wrote about the
Wow,
cruel
actually,
twists of
like that.
fate was killed by possibly the most random death in history. Artists were so fascinated by this
They
bizarre
made a
death,
painting of
they
it.
even made artwork of it.
Oh my
Modern historians think this story might be more legend than fact. Sounds
Yeah,
wild,
like,
but I can show you
A
Never
turtle
know. Well,
falling
yeah.
on your head. That's actually
Honestly,
that's
bro, are we really watching that right now?
legend than fact. Number 2. The Emperor's Deadly Immortality Potion. Imagine being so afraid of death that you accidentally kill yourself trying to live forever. This happened to Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the man who
Nah.
unified China and built the Great Wall. He was absolutely terrified of dying, so he hired ancient scientists to make him immortal. These alchemists convinced him that mercury was the secret ingredient to eternal life. Yes, mercury, the same stuff we now know is super toxic.
Uh-oh.
The Emperor started taking mercury pills. His alchemists promised these would give him eternal youth and unlimited power, but mercury doesn't make you immortal, it makes you dead. The
Yeah.
really messed up part
Yeah.
is
that's
while
what
he
I
was
said.
busy poisoning himself, he also sent an explorer named Shu Fu on a mission to find a magical tree of deathlessness somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Shu Fu and his entire fleet never returned, likely because there's no such thing as a deathlessness tree. What's even weirder is that this wasn't just a one-time thing in ancient China.
What?
For centuries afterward,
There's no way to happen.
other Chinese emperors kept trying similar deadly
Yes.
immortality potions with ingredients like mercury and arsenic. Apparently, the lesson, "don't drink poison to live forever," was a tough one to learn. The irony is a man so desperate to avoid death literally poisoned himself to death. Number 1. The composer's fatal foot tap.
Okay.
Jean-Baptiste Lully was
Who?
the favorite composer
name.
of King Louis XIV of
Who?
France. Back in the 1600s, conductors didn't use small batons. Lully used a massive wooden staff to keep time by pounding it on the floor.
Okay.
During a performance celebrating the king's recovery from surgery, Lully got too enthusiastic. He accidentally smashed the giant staff right into his own foot. This was the 1600s, when even minor wounds could be deadly. The wound got infected, and gangrene started spreading through his foot. Doctors told him they needed to amputate his leg to save his life. Lully, who was also a dancer, refused the amputation, wanting to keep his leg. The gangrene spread, and he died. The irony is the performance celebrated the king's successful surgery, while Lully refused his own life-saving one. That's all for today.
Yo,
I'll be
Wow.
making similar videos in the
bro, that was insane.
That's
dude.
actually wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I can't believe
That's
that,
actually
bro.
kind of like crazy. Those are like craziest deaths I've ever seen.
What do you think is like your most fatal death in this video? What
In
do
this
you think?
video, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd have to go with the turtle.
Really, the turtle?
I feel like the turtle was like the most craziest.
Yeah, like just a falling turtle.
Yeah, just a falling, bro. The way the eagle just, boom. But I did say it might just be a legend, so it might not be true.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, bro. Be sure to like, subscribe. You know what to say.
And turn on those post notifications. And I guess we'll be back for tomorrow.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, bro.
Peace.
See you next time.